that if government is going ahead with the concession in the manner that it has been planned, and it will result in this legal termination of the employment relationship, then they should begin to look at the aspect of paying severance to the workers.
And so, what
meeting is a briefing session, so we are more or less briefing our members on the developments for them to understand.
Raising some concerns and
Yeah, there is always the apprehension and the fear that looking at things that are happening in other places, maybe government will not pay the severance, and then at the end of the day they will go to the private sector, and then over some period they will be laid off, and then they will lose double. So these are the fears and the apprehension that people are expressing, which is a genuine concern, and which also try to explain to them that yes, that's why we are also pushing that the issue of severance should be placed on the table at the.
Can you further explain?
And when you talk about severance, the law says that the employer has the right to restructure or do changes to the company. But when you carry out any restructuring or any changes, there are two scenarios. Either it will lead to the termination of employment, or it will lead to the reduction or diminution of the benefits of the employee. Then you have to consider paying some severance package, and that one is often negotiated. And in the case of ECG, there is a provision in the collective agreement between the union and management for the severance. So we have already written to management asking them to look at it so that they take it to the policy makers and then begin to factor in the aspect and the cost of the severance.
So what were some of the
be laid off, then at the end of the day it happened and staff were laid off, and then instances where even payment of severance became an issue. Examples like in Ghana Airways, there are still staff who couldn't get the full severance. And then we have, if you recall, during Kofo's term, there was this issue about Sabbath motors, and even GNTC, there was an issue like that. So these are the fears and the apprehensions that people think that the right things might be done whilst this process is going on, so that the necessary arrangements should be put in place, and what the workers are due legally under the law is also catered for.
What were your